Welcome everybody. My name is Lisa. Welcome to Pressure Crisp. Today we're using the Ninja Foodi Smart Lid again. I just laugh about that. This is the only appliance I have out here in Arizona with me. I cannot bring them all. I should have brought the grill because I do miss the grill. But this is what we have. So today we're going to follow another recipe out of the book. It's going to be the Hawaiian pulled pork sliders. Yes. So let's jump right over here up to the counter and then we'll come back over here to cook the Hawaiian pulled pork sliders. We're going to have to modify this recipe because it calls for 2.5 pounds of like a pork roast or a pork butt. I don't have a solid one, but I do have pieces. I cut up a 6-pound, oops, I'm just going to pour this juice out. I cut up it was over 6-pound pork butt the other week. And I used it for like 3 different recipes. Because it makes quite a bit, I mean, for 1 or 2 people. I mean, if you have a big family, you probably cook up the whole thing. This is 2.5 or 2.25 pounds of cut up pork butt. They're about that big, the pieces. The recipe says 1 cup prepared barbecue sauce, but you're only going to put half a cup of barbecue sauce in with the pork right now. Today we're using Kinder's barbecue sauce, mild barbecue. Because one of the travelers that I'm with, she can't handle the heat. So I have to use mild. That barbecue sauce, it smells really good. Then place the pork, pineapple chunks, and juice in the pot. I'm just going to mix everything together. I probably should have just used the ceramic bowl. But yeah, I do have, it calls for 8 ounces, 1 8-ounce can of pineapple chunks, juice reserved. So I'm just going to have to do a guesstimate. But I think 8 ounces might be like a half a cup. So what I'm going to do is just take some of this out, and I'm going to reserve the rest of this pineapple for another recipe. All right, so that's a little bit. I'm going to add 1 more for good measure. So I'm going to toss that in. So it's a little over probably 8 ounces. I'm just going to take a wooden spoon and just give it a quick stir. So all the pieces are coated. Fantastic. So I'm going to get the ceramic bowl and we're just going to pour it right in there. And we also need a 1/4 cup of water, which I'm going to add to the pot once we get over to the Ninja Foodi. So I have to wash an extra dish. Bummer. All right. Make sure that's all over there. And add 1/4 cup. I am going to give that another stir just to make sure because I don't want this to burn or have hot spots. I'm going to go ahead and close the lid. So I'm going to, well, let's plug it in. I don't know why I always unplug it. Oh, because the thunder and lightning, the monsoon's out here. I'm going to slide this all the way over. So it defaults to high 10 minutes. We're going to up it to 20, like I said. And we're going to do a delayed release. So it'll slowly release for like 10 minutes. The default is 10 minutes. So hit start. I'm going to try to remember to do this on each one of my cooks, so you guys know how long it takes. The recipe also calls for coleslaw. So I picked up a bag. I'm cheating, I know. 16-ounce bag of coleslaw. So I'm just going to go ahead, open this up. It's going to make a ton of coleslaw too. Yeah, so travelers better come over. So I still have leftover carnitas. I've got so much food in this house. Now I like to add like a little bit, I should add a little bit more carrot because I like that, but I'm not. But I am going to add some onion, some red onion, because I like red onion. Now we're going to add a half a cup of mayo here. Just going to eyeball it. There we go. And it also calls for apple cider vinegar, which I just picked up the other day because I didn't have any. So this is calling for like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. So just going to go ahead and pour that in. I think that's a bit extra. I'm going to pour a bit of that off. Right there, we're going to add some salt and pepper to this. I like pepper, so I add extra. Salt and pepper is desired to your taste. So yeah, I should use a bigger bowl. But we will make this work. Go like this. I feel like I'm starting a fire. Now, if you want this a bit thinner, you can always add some half and half to it just to thin it out a bit. Or if you have buttermilk, use buttermilk. This still might be a bit too thick. I'm going to taste it. Hold on. Good. Gotta grab a little bit of half and half here. Just a splash. Pour this right in. This may or may not be enough. It depends on how you like your coleslaw. Whether or not you like it mayo-y or not mayo-y. Like moist, I guess you want to say. This little mixer here. Because the salt will draw some moisture out from the coleslaw as it sits in the fridge. So we're going to say this is it. This is enough for right now. If I need to add more later on, I will add more. Taste test. It might need more of the mayo mixture later. I am going to see how much it draws out. But this is what the recipe calls for. That's what we're going with. So it's done cooking. Now it has a 10-minute delayed release. Also, I wanted to tell you, it took 11 minutes to come up to pressure. It did its 10-minute release, and now it vented itself and just made a bit of a mess. So I'll just take a towel just to wipe this up. Vent. So we're just going to wait till that comes down in pressure, and then we'll open it up. Beep, beep, lid. Ooh, open. Let's see if we can open it. Because most of the time you can't. Watch. See? It won't let me until the pressure's almost all the way down. Okay, so it's almost down. There we go. So be careful opening this because there will be a lot of steam. And yeah, look at that. So you got lots of liquid in there. Just watch for your hand as well. So I don't have tongs. They're in the trailer. And I just use a wooden spoon. It's a lot of work with a wooden spoon. Probably tongs would be better. Now these little chunks, they're still a little, let's put this because there's a lot of liquid in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you down with me just so you guys can see. What I'm going to do is stop it. You got to be patient. It defaulted to zero saute high, so I'm just going to hit start. We're going to bring that up to a simmer, and then once it hits a simmer, I'm going to drop it back down to 4 or possibly 3. But I'll let you know what I'm doing. Let's keep plugging away at this. So I want most of this liquid gone because you want to add, we want to add more barbecue sauce. And I am going to actually add some of that pineapple juice right now so it can cook with the meat. So I'm going to add some of that juice. Probably like a 1/4 cup of the pineapple juice. I am going to try just to break some of this up. And we're almost done here because I want to leave some of this liquid in here, and I'm going to go ahead and add that 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce. I just shut the Ninja Foodi off. Now I'm going to go ahead and add that barbecue sauce. That's pretty good. Somewhat. So I'm going to let this sit for a bit because it is boiling hot. And I'm going to get those Hawaiian rolls ready. And we're going to make some sliders. So we're going to go ahead and make our sliders. I got Hawaiian rolls. I had to borrow them from a fellow traveler. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. Now you can go ahead and warm these up, which I think I might end up doing. All right, we're going for 3 sliders. Let me get the coleslaw out. So we're going to take some of this slider concoction. I really don't know how much to put on here. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to add a bit of coleslaw here. Let's see, so I don't want too much. We want enough, but not too much. Let's see. Whoops. Give him a little hat. Boom. Sliders. All right, let's give this a go here. Ooh, these are going to be messy. Let me get some paper towels first off. Yeah. So we got 3 sliders. You guys can see that. This is going to be super messy, but it doesn't matter. Eat it like a New York style slice of pizza. you're gonna, well, you can't fold it, but you're gonna lean and take a bite, or it's gonna go down the front of you. So let's take this one here. So we got Hawaiian on Hawaiian with coleslaw. Oh my. Yeah, this is, look at this. Super messy. Oh boy. My face. These are good. I wasn't too sure about these, to be honest with you. But yeah. I would definitely make these again. Super. They're like barbecue-y sweet. It's not really a word, but just go with it. Don't really taste the pineapple per se, but yeah, I would definitely make these again. And I would definitely like do the saran wrap thing. Like if you're bringing this to a party or tailgating or whatever, wrap it in aluminum foil and keep it warm. And you can also reheat it. Then add the coleslaw after the fact. But yeah, I was going to take another bite because it's good. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'm going to get these videos out as quick as I can. I'm behind on editing, but I'm always cooking. Just got to do the editing part. I know my computer's right there. So stay tuned for more, and yeah, thanks for watching. And I hope to get that outdoor grill eventually, because it's like 450 bucks, and that's a lot of money. So yeah, hopefully I get it and use it right out there. Thanks everybody.